Today I want to talk about Gus Malzahn, who has taken the job at UCF, and all that's coming up after the bumper.
Don't be cornering me. Hold up. Time. You gotta help me with that corner shit.
What's up, kinfolk? It's RJ Young. I am not on a step mill. Consider hitting the like and subscribe button because I upload a video every single day. It's always college football related, sports related. We have a good time. Today, I want to talk about Central Florida hiring former Auburn head coach Gus Malzahn to the position. Gus actually dropping down to the group of five once again, where he was an outstanding head coach at Arkansas State, outstanding coordinator at the University of Tulsa, where I graduated, and I got a front row seat to Gus Malzahn walking into the strength room, putting 175 on incline bench, hitting that for about 3 sets of 10, and then walking out. That was how Gus Malzahn decided to stay in shape. And if you know anything about Gus Malzahn, you know that the man is a bit quirky, but he wins everywhere he goes. He's won at least a conference championship at every single program that he has coached at, going all the way back to high school. And Brandon Marcello, who is as plugged into Auburn as anybody, having covered Auburn for years before becoming a national college football reporter at 247, wrote a really great column about Gus and timing being really important. Not of the essence for him. Timing meaning, is this program in a position for him to go and win a championship, and not just a conference championship, but a national championship? This is a man who's reportedly turned down the job at Arkansas in December 2017 because he did not feel Arkansas was in a position to win a championship. And coming in the SEC West, saying something because Auburn, wasn't in position to win championships, and then it was. Because, Auburn was actually really great when Tommy Tuberville was head coach. They go undefeated in 2004 and don't get a chance to sniff the national championship. They have a couple of down years. They come back 2010 with Cam Newton and Malzahn and Gene Chizik, and they win a national championship. And Malzahn has basically been in Auburn's good graces up until recently, when boosters put up $21 million to buy him out of his contract just so they could go have a fight and then hire Brian Harsin away from Boise State. I thought that some Power 5 coach was going to take the Central Florida job because it's just too good an opportunity to pass up. It is perhaps the most premier group of 5 job in the country, full stop. It is at the largest university in the country in Central Florida, which means you're going to have an enormous student body population and enormous amounts of resources. You're in an American conference that is probably the most prestigious, is the most prestigious group of 5 conference that we see today. And you know that you can get it done there. Scott Frost proved that, taking an winless program and flipping it into an undefeated program with a claim to the 2017 national championship. Josh Heupel came in, decided not to fix what wasn't broken, and really was making that offense the same while also making it better. They're putting up 500 yards a game. Now, they couldn't stop anybody either, but that's beside the point. We're showing up to see you score touchdowns. We're not necessarily showing up to see you stop people from scoring touchdowns. And then with the right defensive coordinator, and you partner the offense with the defense, you play what they call complementary football, you're going to be in a good place. So I'm going to be interested to see what Malzahn's staff looks like, specifically that defensive coordinator. And I don't expect there to be a lot of talk about this man calling plays the way that there was at Auburn. He lost his play calling privileges at the behest of boosters and athletic director, only to regain them twice because the offense just wasn't working without that dude calling the plays for the offense that he built. Now, we know that his basketball on grass, his power spread, works because he would teach it to guys like, Chad Morris, and it would work. Now, didn't work at Arkansas, didn't work at SMU that well. And we can take that apart over there, right? But it's simple. There are really 2 routes that those guys run a whole bunch of. Now, I take that back. They put in more route combinations than they used to. Gus Malzahn's offense used to be something that was sort of like Art Browse's veer and shoot, where we're trying to hit you deep, we're trying to hit you often, we're trying to run the football right at you. So you would see power, and then you would see play action off that power, and somebody would get hit deep. Now, I also think it's interesting to take a look at what Central Florida hopes to do with Malzahn as its head coach, which is probably get back to where it was in 2017 and compete with Cincinnati for that spot as the top group of 5 program in the country. Now, with all this conversation around expanding the playoff, Malzahn might have taken the job right at the correct time to be the head coach of Central Florida, because you keep winning, and they have. They are the 6th winningest program in the entire country dating back to 2017. You're going to basically work your way into people's consciousness as a team that they think can win. This is what happens. You come in Boise State, you come out going, hey, we know Boise State, we know what they're about, right? If Central Florida was in a Power 5 conference, it'd be a lot of fun to see just what they could accomplish, because I think Central Florida, if they were, say, join up with the SEC, join up with the join up with the Big 12, who I was thinking about as the American, because I think the American is a better conference than the Big 12, which is another segment altogether. Or even cross country with the Pac-12, kind of like what West Virginia does with the Big 12. You would see them, I believe, turn into Clemson. I think that you have the recruiting base in South Florida, in Central Florida, in Georgia. You're right there. You can compete with the same Florida States, Clemson's, Georgia's, Alabama's, Tennessee's for the same kind of players, to say nothing of Miami. And because you just have all these dudes showing up, all these people showing up to Central Florida, you're going to be in a good spot. The bad things that I can say about the hire all have to do with Gus's temperament, right? Gus is the dude that is super secretive, right? Doesn't want a whole lot of people looking at his practices. He believes that everybody's trying to get over on him. And I'm just, if he can calm down just a little bit and let people in at a place like Central Florida, I think it's going to go fine. I think he's going to do well. However, I sincerely believe that on the field, they're going to succeed. They're going to win 10 games. They're going to be right there. It's going to be awesome to watch them play, and I can't wait to see them go up against Tulsa, go up against Cincinnati, go up against even Houston. Say nothing of Tulane. Like, top to bottom, that conference is a lot of fun to watch, and I think Gus Malzahn is going to fit right in with the likes of Dana Holgorsen, Philip Montgomery, Luke Fickell, and the who's who of names in that conference. It's going to be fun. All right, that's it for me. Deuces.